Alrighty, thank you everybody for sticking around. I am very happy that there's not like a happy hour right after this. I'm just like the bridge between the next round of sessions, so that's good stuff. My name's Zach Posner. I'm the CEO of Engrade, and at Engrade, what we're doing is unifying education. We're bringing together all of the people, the curriculum, and the data on the one easy-to-use platform. So just so you guys understand the breadth of what we're covering, our stakeholders start at the student level and the parent level, and they go all the way up to the superintendent level. So first and foremost, when I say team, this is our team. The team is comprised of developers and educators. That's it. In fact, most of them are on the technical and on the product side, and we are big believers in focusing on a culture that allows everybody to thrive, and we've seen folks go above and beyond and really create some amazing things and help to really create, our platform, which is really the secret behind everything. So we believe that we have the most sophisticated data platform in the EdTech space. We're built on something called a service-oriented architecture. So for those of you that are not technical, it basically means everything that we do talks to each other via APIs. I'm going to show you some screens of what it is that we do, and just always keep in mind that we're able to connect up to interact with any type of partner out there, no matter who that partner is. And the important part here is this allows us to easily scale and to easily add new customers. So what used to be customization work for companies is now just configuration work. So what is it that we're doing? Here's the main marketing diagram I'm just going to show you today, and then I'm actually going to show you some actual screenshots of the product so you can understand what it is. So first off, Engrade is a flexible platform. And that's important because we want to be able to go into any school in the country today. And every school has different every school has different technology limitations, but it's important for us to be able to go into any school in the country. So this basic process works where a teacher they generate their own content through our platform. We have all of the content creation tools, or they can link up and view all of the available third-party content. They can then assign that to their students. The students then can interact with that content or those teacher-generated lessons, and all of that data then comes back to the teacher in simple ways. I'm going to show all this to you in 1 second. So here's a view that a teacher could log in and see. And I'm going to show you a few simple screens, and they're going to be focused on a teacher because the teacher is the core user here. But for every view that I show you, there is a corresponding one for a student, for a parent, for a building administrator, and also for a district administrator. So here's an example. A teacher would log on. They would see all of the content that they have access to, whether this is from their district or from their school. And you'll notice a couple easy, simple buttons here that simply says, let's assign this, where with one click of a button, they'll be able to assign this to their students, and another button where they can click view and they can actually interact with that content. When they click view, we then do a single sign on two different content and curriculum partners for those teachers. So there's no more memorizing a ton of passwords on the teacher side or on the student side. And all of this data comes back to us. So now let's say the teacher assigns this piece of content to a student interacts with it. Then the next thing that happens is all of the data comes back into Engrade into summary views. We work with our partners and we receive back some really summary level data, and then whenever the teacher would like to, they can click one step deeper and they can dive back into the partner and the partner's experience. But here is one simple view where a teacher, there's a lot of simple views, hang on, where a teacher can see benchmark assessment data, summative assessment data, and also a class average, all on the same screen. And the goal here is to put all of this data in front of teachers and to empower teachers to make decisions. So if you really think about all of the data that we're collecting, it starts to paint a big picture of what's happening. And in our case, a teacher is able to see all the demographic information where they're getting from a student information system. We pull all of that data out. They're also able to interact with all of the performance data if the students are interacting with content or if the results are coming back. We also paint the picture for the teacher of all the interaction data, all the engagement data, and all of the preference data. So the important part here is we're working with our district partners to paint them a picture of what's happening with their students in a real-time basis. And everybody has an applicable view for this as well. So this is all our V2 platform, and the good news is we rolled this out this past July to over 20 districts. We have hundreds of schools, and we've gotten some spectacular feedback from our partners. And it's, it's districts from the Bay Area all the way to our nation's capital, and the pipeline is just huge. From, and all of this is on top of our core platform, which some of you may know us as the free gradebook, which is how we got started, and then we turned into LMS tools, and now we got to where we are now. But in general, we're seeing hundreds of thousands of teachers on our platform. The most important stat up here is this concept of when we took a survey and we asked not would you recommend Engrade to a friend, but have you? Over 90% of the respondents said yes. We're also, with the growth in districts, we're also starting to see some revenue being generated. Last year was our first year. We're really excited as we grow there. We, the final component of the team is on the investor side. We think that we have an amazing group that understand the DNA of how to build meaningful companies, both in and outside of the K-12 group. Folks like Rethink Education, Javelin Venture Partners, Midge Kapoor and Kapoor Capital, and then New Schools. We have a pretty big strategic investor that we're not quite ready yet to announce, but it's coming soon. And that's it. So we're unifying education. I'm Zach. Glad to chat with you. Thanks.